So I believe on our agenda was 2 sets of minutes. I did send out, and I haven't looked at them again.
I didn't see anything that I would disagree with, so. For whatever that's worth.
Yeah, same, I didn't have any changes.
Okay, great. Then we can pass those. Approve those. Can't remember how to take to write. So this is my newer computer because my old one is dying. Trying to remember how to do things on it. Okay, and I can't, what do we need to talk about next? I put an agenda out that I don't have in any particular order.
Maybe we could get the RFI out of the way, like if we wanna do a committee vote to submit it to the select board for approval. I'm not sure if everyone,
Say that again?
the RFI voting, to see if we should submit it to the select board for approval and posting.
I abs.
I think the RFI is excellent, and I think the very next step we should take is to get that to the select board and town administrator.
Perfect.
Well, it's been to the town administrator, hasn't it?
Yes, Pete has provided comments.
Okay.
I think the only decision we need to make, he made the point that if we wanna have like a scheduled open house for potential respondents to come visit and look at the
Yep.
space.
I like that.
Yeah,
It would require an insurance waiver, wouldn't it?
Probably.
to have people come visit.
No visit school,
I could explore that with Penn.
it would require an insurance waiver, because right now we're not insured for that.
Oh, okay.
I would start with Garrett to see if there's actually any risks that he sees.
We've had people now, I believe 3 times. There were the two RFPs and then the public meeting prior to Kathy getting her work done. So it's if there's something wrong with that, we've done it wrong 3 times already.
Yeah, I talked with Pete about it initially, because we discussed, trying to get people in there to, there's some enthusiasm. And he told me that we weren't supposed to be doing that, we're not even supposed to be going in there, but based on the insurance that we
Pete said
carry.
that? Really? Cause we pay a higher insurance premium for it not to be occupied than we do for it to be occupied.
Yeah,
Surprisingly.
one does. Oh, yeah, no, I know, it's quite.
So then maybe when we vote to submit it to the select board, we say, this is a date that we're thinking of for an open house, and we let Pete know that this is what we're thinking and that we wanna pursue and engage with the insurance liability, and he can help us navigate that.
Yeah, the open house idea is a good one and we need to do it, but it does make me nervous because I am deathly afraid of having a Christmas party that no one shows up to.
In general, you mean?
In general, it's a bad look.
Oh, yeah.
We'll invite our friends,
What's that?
we'll invite our friends,
Well,
dress them up.
that's what you gotta do.
Well, what does make people want to come?
Well, I think we could decide, like Pete had 2 suggestions. We either say, this is an open house date, come if you would like, or if people want to come, we do it as like a as needed basis. Yeah,
The other thing that was when we did those signatures, during the. Well,
Way back when,
way back when,
okay,
a lot of people in town wanted to see this building. And they were very interested in taking a cruise around, so they understood what it was that they're buying. And so if we were to get a waiver to allow folks to come in for a day, and it would include the individuals that we're trying to solicit as it is, and then we had a few people who would come in, if anybody didn't show up, we'd still have people there, and it would still, anybody who goes there will know somebody or have ideas of what they might want to do because they have an interest in the first place for showing up. So it may add more benefit allowing the town, making an open house that a town has access to, if we could hold that off safely.
This
What's
is
it?
gonna make me sound like a cynic,
Go ahead.
but I didn't understand, for the life of me, when you said people expressed interest in walking around the building. It's like, oh, why?
A lot of people that we were talking to, trying to gather some support for it, they're interested. I talked to a number of people who said, why can't we walk through the building? I said, that's something I talked to Peter about. That's why I know about the insurance. Because that was something that a lot of people asked about. And he's like, no, you can't do that. We're not supposed to have anybody in there because we're not insured for it. And even our, showing our entry is frowned upon, but he's allowing it. We were letting contractors in, weren't necessarily supposed to do that either. And
but we had permission.
we had permission from Pete, didn't we? But we didn't have necessarily, as I understand, we didn't necessarily have permission from the insurance company to allow somebody to come in, but because they're professionals and they are insured on their own stature, that it would be relatively approved, but just letting the general public in, nobody's insured on their own, so building, and even these, folks here that would be inviting may or may not be insured properly to be able to go into the building, so we need to talk to them about it, and just discuss whether or not that would be an issue.
Well-
And if it is, how do we further it?
Well, because he was the one who suggested it, so I'm wondering if he
Maybe
already has some ideas.
Yeah, I would think Pete and Garrett, if Caroline, you talk to Pete and Garrett about this issue, I think it's a non-issue personally.
I hope so.
Yeah,
I think it's not ours to worry about. I think we just
right,
figure out a date, figure out, are we combining an open house and a by invitation thing? And ask for permission to do that. And then the higher ups will worry about whatever steps we need to take to make that happen.
Before we send anything out, just wait for them to approve and say, yeah, you can do that. And if
Right.
they say
Yeah.
that, then we're golden. If they say, well, wait a minute, we gotta do some things, then
Yeah,
we'll adjust our time frame.
do we wanna? That doesn't need a vote of the select board though, a walkthrough,
say that again.
a walkthrough doesn't need the vote of a select board, so that's just Pete saying, yeah, so.
Only time it might, tell me if I'm wrong, is if there's a cost associated with adding money to the insured, and the select board would have to approve that.
It would come out of the selectmen's budget, and that doesn't need a vote, that's just how they determine the best use of a line item in their town budget is.
Well, do we want some kind of budget? Would it be more appealing to people if there were appetizers and something to drink, baked
What's
goods?
that?
Food truck, that's that.
That would be, yeah, free food is always,
Right,
yeah.
no,
That's not a bad idea, Rich. Cause it's around the concept of the things we wanna do creatively with the building.
Yeah.
Get a food truck. Now, that's not gonna be cheap.
Yeah, but they pay for their own space. Oh, wait, we're covering some of the.
We're gonna have to cover some of the food.
Yeah. Yeah,
They're not gonna do that out of the kindness of their heart.
but if you made it an event with a few food trucks and then they paid for the space, then we could have that budget money to do something else with, maybe.
why do they have
Yeah,
to
they'll
pay for the
require a minimum.
space? Why do they have to pay for the space?
Usually a food truck has to pay for the space.
So we're asking for that to offset our other costs.
Well, that's a concept, but I think it probably,
I-
now that I say it out loud, probably, I like Jonathan's approach better.
Could we pause? I think this is a little outside of the conversation of the RFI.
Yes, of course it is.
Yeah.
I agree completely.
Great.
All right, so I make a motion to present the RFI to the select board at their next meeting and ask them to give their blessing for us to put it out to those we deem appropriate, and we are more than happy to have their recommendations as to who they might think would be good. You know, I mean, that's not part of the vote, obviously, but
Yeah.
we'd love for them to say, hey, would you like to send this to Tom, Dick, and Harry?
We,
A second?
Yeah.
I second.
All right,
yeah,
all those in favor?
Okay.
I,
Right,
we,
perfect.
When's your next meeting?
I think it's tomorrow. So I'll email Pete and say, can we just get on the agendas?
Yeah, because there's always a
New business.
any other
new business, not new business, but things that took place before the 24 hour.
Yes,
I mean, so,
or items not anticipated. That's what it's called.
Yeah,
right, I cannot be there. Which of us can be there?
I could be there. If he's able to add us to the agenda, I could be there tomorrow.
Yeah, again, it's the, unexpected business.
yeah.
If that's still on the agenda, I would imagine it is.
And again, has to be. We also asked them, when we asked their blessing to keep going forward and told them our ideas, we did ask them to think about additions to this partnership list.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So they may not have thought about it at all, but it's not a new question.
I think a gentle reminder that we would love to have, and that's a reminder for anybody that's watching the select board meeting. You know, if you have other ideas,
Mhm.
is this spreadsheet on the website somewhere?
So
No, this was
it's
something
new.
that Judy sent.
This
that
is
she
new.
created.
We have to decide if we're done with it before we post it.
Well, I'm wondering whether we make it a breathing document and we post it, it's a matter of public record now anyway.
Mhm.
And just say, if you would like to make other suggestions as to who should be added to this list, email Caroline Gurick
Mhm.
at whatever.
Yep.
So that makes it inclusive too.
so are you talking about the spreadsheet that Judy sent a few days ago?
Correct.
Yes.
That
Yes.
seemed to me to be, I mean, I think that was a good looking list, but it seemed to be highly specific to the shared timeshare kitchen
Yes.
potential.
I agree.
And I think that the RFI is gonna go much wider than that. Should
Yes.
go.
Steve raises a good point. I think that we should independently noodle what other organizations that are non-kitchen related should go on this list, so we don't look like we are. Because I gotta tell you guys, the email conversation that we had was depressing. In terms of the lack of interest in things that sounded pretty similar to what we're thinking we wanna do.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
which.
Yeah.
Email conversation about, someone had conversations with a group in Sunderland
It
that
was
said
Judy.
they haven't gotten the business that they hope to, and.
Yeah, that was the Ag Commission, that was
Right.
Right.
Judy talking with the Ag Commission. Yeah, that was a
There
little
too.
disconcerting to me.
I was part of that too, which, yeah, is relevant to me in terms of the survey that Judy drafted. Yeah,
Now, I know I've said this in the past. We need to make sure that when we hear anecdotal evidence like that, we need to know what people have done to effectively promote their
Yeah.
business, their service, whatever it is. Because if they've put a note in a newspaper that no one reads, and, okay, But if we see a marketing strategy that is pretty exhaustive, and, oh, that'll tell us more than if people really didn't, if they build it. Just because they build it doesn't mean that people will come.
Are you saying we need to look at other organizations' marketing, or are you saying we need to think about our own marketing?
I think we need to look at what other organizations have done to validate their lack of interest in what they provide. Or we need to just do get a sense of, has anybody heard of this? Did the Ag Commission mention? No one, they said no one used it. Well, did the members of the Ag Commission even know that it existed other than word of mouth?
Well, I think Judy's proposed survey would go a long way to identifying if there's any interest out there. I'm thinking that two things need to happen pretty quickly. One is to get the RFI out, and two, to work on Judy's survey, which I thought was quite well put together, but it would help answer the question, is there really any interest?
Yeah. Yeah, I always like, because I agree with Steve. I always like to know what other people have done. So I'm not reinventing the wheel that works, I'm not reinventing the wheel that doesn't.
Right.
When you're talking to people who would be using it other than these, in food truck services, one of the things we were talking about is they need to have a home kitchen. If we were to identify a list of services that are out there and then contact them. And ask them, what do they do for a kitchen in the first place, and what is their interest at that point on? That'll help us understand whether, I guess the way I look at it this way is, how are they using the kitchen that they're in? So either they have a home kitchen or they're renting one somewhere. How did they get to that point?
Yep. And small time caterers.
Well, did you think that Judy's proposed survey answers that, would help to answer that question?
I didn't see it, it's fine also.
Do you want a copy?
Oh, please.
Um,
Oh, I already have that.
Yeah, that's her survey that she sent to her.
By the way, I got to say, even though she's not here to hear this, Judy is an amazing person who just keeps cranking out things.
you are, all right,
She's the Energizer Bunny.
yeah,
Oh, there's no doubt about it.
yeah,
I think my only concern with the survey is that it's quite long. To have a lot of like open responses like that, like it's like the first couple of questions of like,
well,
in general with these types of surveys, you want to keep open responses to max 3. Because it just instead, people won't want to answer if every question is open response.
my concern is the ad committee told us that they've had terrible luck with surveys.
Right.
I don't think we want a paper survey.
Oh, no.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I don't,
I think we need to do census-like interviews. And the questions are fine, but I think we need to do it in person. For one thing, because it's basically either section 1 or section 2.
Yeah.
That you're filling out.
yeah,
And people are, so it's half as long. But we don't know, we need if it were paper, we need to make that really clear. So it doesn't look as daunting.
Yeah, I would certainly think that we should do follow-up phone calls, but I don't think it should be a paper survey at all. I think it should all be online. With data fields. I mean, with these businesses that were, they all have computers. And if they don't, they're not gonna use our kitchen probably. They all have an ability to fill out an online survey. This isn't residential stuff. These are viable businesses.
It's an interesting point.
But you're right, it's wonderful but it's probably too long, people's eyes will start to glaze over. And I also think there should be very few narrative answers. It's give a list of 5. No, I didn't use it. Yes, I used it sometimes, that type of thing. Because the narrative ones are hard to quantify anyway.
And it takes a lot longer on the back end or.
I mean,
to, like,
people are busy, and they may not have any interest.
Yeah,
I just think it adds friction to completion.
Well, Caroline, could you work with Judy on cutting this down in size or making it more user-friendly?
certainly.
Well, and I think if it's online, it is more easy to say, which column do you go
Mhm.
to?
Yeah, it's easier to skip around depending on answers.
Should we address a more personal approach by any chance?
Say it again?
Should we address a more personal approach instead of relying on being online only,
Such as,
meet and greet, walking and talking to people?
Certainly.
I don't even have to do that. It's the same thing, you know, you throw a party and no one shows up most of the time because you didn't do follow-up calls. Hey, you gonna come? Yeah. You know, but that adds a fair amount of work.
Right, understood, with a list of people that consider it.
Okay.
It'd be a lot easier to reach out to them.
Do you think it's possible to? And I don't mind doing the work, but if I called any of these people, I probably wouldn't get the phone. I don't know any.
Yeah.
So how do these things are answered by networks that currently exist? How do we get people who already have those relationships to get people to answer these things?
Well, the ag committee did say they would help.
Oh, they did, okay,
Follow up.
wonderful.
So they did offer that.
Yeah.
And, you know,
That's
Rich
right.
knows people. I mean, that's, you know,
I know a few people, just keep it quiet.
you don't have, I mean, we don't want to keep it quiet. We want to create buzz, but it is you know, like you call him Paul Mark, it's like as much as we can connect via our personal connections, which I don't have a lot of, but you do, and people in the ag committee do. And, you know, it's the more people who are willing to do a piece of it, the easier it gets, because there is a limited number of folks. Judy was struck by the fact that most of the ag committee members do not grow food crops.
Tobacco and flowers and things like that.
So they, you know, we're having the conversation with a group of people who are involved in agriculture, but are not the most likely people to use a kitchen.
That's interesting.
So,
Sorry. Wondering if the industry hasn't really been developed yet at this point. We have a lot of farmers who have a lot of product, they have a lot of stuff that they sell. Finding markets is hard. I mean, I know selling garlic and such, finding markets is tough. It's easier to grow than it is to sell. But if there's not a defined cottage industry that's well developed in the area, perhaps there needs to be an approach to do that. And I'm not sure exactly how that would happen, but all I keep hearing and all I've listened to and gleaned over the past is that there are people who are really trying to build a cottage industry on their own little businesses. But we're not known for that in the valley, although we have lots of farms. We have lots of industrious people. Nobody's taken the interest of developing an industry where everybody has access to kitchens and produce and other developmental products to create something, a value-added product in the first place. we're relying on everybody's own interest to be, you know, stimulated and motivated. And I'm not sure how much is out there, how many people are motivated to do that. I know there are people who are, and without question, we have plenty of farmers who are making product. But it's the end use product that we're trying to get to.
How do you square that though with the people that Judy and the Ag Commission said, I guess just in Sunderland, maybe somewhere else, that they don't have demand for this kind of kitchen already?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying, they don't have demand because nobody's doing it.
Well,
There-
it was the Franklin County
I see,
big kitchen.
yeah,
Well, Judy sent an email saying that the kitchen in Sunderland and the kitchen in Goshen. We're having a hard time finding people to use it.
Okay,
Yeah, that was interesting because the Sunderland, I think it's called the Kitchen Garden Farms, that they apparently own the kitchen and they use it on their own product, but I guess that they must also be trying to convince other people to come and use it.
well, that probably goes back to Jonathan's idea, is how is it being marketed, if it's not being marketed effectively, nobody's gonna know it's there.
Right.
Could
And
be.
it might be, but we just don't know.
I think though, I think we could create a different kind of list. If I go to what's now Long River Farm and the Millstone store, not Long River Farm, Long River Store, what was Atlas Store, and Millstone Store, and Clarkdale, and the co-op, and the Cuskers. There are products on the shelves from local producers. More at Millstone and more at the smaller ones. And they may be the organizations we need to talk to. I mean, they're clearly putting together enough that they're in some markets. And, you know, maybe we need to go to the farmers markets. Northampton has 3, Amherst has 1, East Hampton has 1.
Greenfield,
Does Greenfield? I don't even, yes, they do. Like, those may be our markets.
Yeah. I think it's all of the above.
I'm trying to remember who runs the farmers market collective, I'd have to talk to somebody on Saturday and see if I can get a name. But yeah, there's somebody who runs the farmers market collective, so it's within Hampshire County and Franklin County. And they organize who's gonna be there, taking the rent, so on and so forth. My question is if we were to communicate with that person and see, because they know everybody
Right.
already.
Right.
And they might be a wealth of information, so let me see if I can chase down a name Saturday. And to have a conversation with them, if I can get a hold of them. And because there's a lot of people that, you know, I go to farmers markets all the time. And there's a lot of people who are selling their produce, but a lot of people who are doing value added stuff, and they're doing it in small quantities. You know, a lot of them are doing it at their own homes because you can to some degree. But I don't go to all of them at the same time. I think there's a lot more than just what's in Franklin and Hampshire County throughout the whole state, but I know there's different regions of farmer supply or farmer.
Well, CISA may be a good source for this. I mean, they list. Every year they list, you know, where you can go berry picking and where you can get cider and like. It would not surprise me if they also had a list of who has, you know, who goes to farmers markets, where you can find people's products, not just from their particular farm stand. And I wonder if, does this survey, is it fit with somebody who's already selling at a farmer's market, say.
Well, the question is whether they, not only that they want to sell, but if they want to sell a processed version of what they're, like the garden, kitchen garden.
Right, who makes salad dressing and stuff, which I don't
By
see
the-
it. I don't even know where to get their products anymore. I know of
Oh.
them because they used to sell at Clarkdale and my stepmother loved their salad dressing. And then I couldn't find it anymore. So I was
There,
kind of
I
surprised.
I got some salsa from Atlas Farm, and it's really a terrific product. The only thing is, it's not for the week of, not for sissies, I guess. It's
Yeah,
very hot, very hot.
Well, are there, in terms of trying to do it at scale as opposed to one-offs, are there trade associations and conferences and that, I don't know, I'm just,
right. I don't know either.
where you could, it's the same concept as a farmer's market, but on a much larger scale. And they're, farmers markets, they're looking to sell their products, so I'm not sure they're gonna be really happy talking with people during a farmer's market event, but at a conference where they all have exhibit booths, their job is to talk to people a lot more than sell products.
I would disagree, because if we could sell the idea that if you have anybody who needs a place. We're considering putting together a kitchen for that service. And just trying to figure out how many people that you have in the valley that you are aware of that, utilize that service, and are they, do you have a list? Can I get a list? Is there a possibility that, or do I need to walk through every farmer's market, which I don't mind doing? And talking to people, hey, where do you create your product? Where do you grow
And
it?
you think they have time to talk to you during a busy Saturday morning?
They would do it on Saturday, but I can get a name and I can talk to them later on.
Right, yeah, right. They're not gonna talk to you at the event, right?
I mean, I can talk to everybody there when they're trying to sell. I mean, I have conversations with people all the time.
Okay.
So. I know a lot of people use their home kitchen because they're doing such a small amount. That they're able to do their home kitchen, but if they need to move into something where they can put it in a store, they need to have a bigger kitchen. They bring it to the farmers market themselves, they can do it in their kitchen, but if they wanted to be able to move that to the next level, they need to have more commercial kitchen and do that.
I mean, we should have the same conversations with the small, mom and pop, caterers. The person who catered my son's or my daughter's and my son's high school graduations, this woman, Kathy Tomasi. She knows everybody. I don't know. I think she does everything in her house, but. I don't know.
Well, that's actually additions to this.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
List is caterers and food trucks.
Right. And then on top of that, this list again. Cause we're getting far afield from the RFI again.
We are, we'll get back to it.
But although
You know,
we
that's
did
kind of
vote.
fair. We voted on it, I think, but just so everyone, so I have a meeting at 11.
Okay.
So if there's anything on the agenda that we absolutely need to discuss while I'm here, I just wanna make sure.
I would. Can I
Oh.
interject real fast? I'm feeling the need to get a number. To. Hallmark. In terms
Yeah.
of, not enough budget, even a rough estimate budget. On costs for the line items that we mentioned.
Yeah, so I sent those to Garrett.
Yeah.
And he's working on an estimate, so I'm hoping. I asked for it this week. He usually comes in and it comes in.
Will you nudge him?
I will.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. Okay, good. All right. That's all I needed to do. Steve, I cut you off. I apologize.
No, I was only going to say that we need to add kudos not only for Judy, but for Jonathan with his nice presentation to the select board. I thought that went very well.
Yeah,
Yeah, Rich and I didn't actually hear about that. So, but let's come back to that after Carolyn has to go. Okay, so in terms of the RFI, we're saying it's ready to go to the select board, ask for their blessing to set a date and give us any ideas for structure, open house by invitation, combination, and people to target to ask to come.
Hmm.
Is there anything else Carolyn needs for that?
Target within the scope of what we've laid out, not target for another new idea that's outside of.
Hmm.
That's important, because if somebody starts to say, well, yeah, I wanna expand the cemetery there again. It's occurred to me. We've been down that path before.
Good point. Okay. Okay. All right, so that is that piece. And did we cover everything, Pete? Raised?
Yeah, the other comments he had was just about language in it, so I'll update it. It's very, very small
Okay,
things.
Do we have we're gonna put who we send this to in a database with contact information?
Yeah, so I ended up using the RFI to develop like a Google form where files can be submitted, so while you submit it, you will submit your name, your email, address, things like that. I'm happy to also circulate that.
No, I meant. Not the people who respond, but
Oh,
the people who we are sending it to, so that we follow up and say, hey, same point.
Yeah.
Personalize it.
Hmm.
Do we have contact information so that we can send a personal email or a personal phone call or a
I
personal
think that's
text?
kind of what this is starting. Like, this is the center school RFI draft recipient list.
Yeah.
So this is somewhat of a, like we were talking about, living, breathing document where we can add things. Like I know, so for childcare related, I have a couple of organizations that FERCog recommended to us to reach out to. So I can add those to this list as well.
I would love to see a column, phone numbers.
Phone numbers.
that's a good idea.
Yeah, and ideally it would be a cell phone number and not a landline, because
Well, it
in this
depends,
today,
depends on the organization.
people respond to texts. They just do, and a lot of these organizations will do most of their business on cell as opposed to a landline.
Once the select board, I'm gonna, in the event that the select board, like the RFI wants to, approve it, we will, so currently in the timeline towards the end of the RFI, it says dates like TBD, because I didn't know when the select board would actually approve it. So at some point, we'll need to determine, we want all responses done by X date.
Yeah.
We want questions submitted to us that we will answer in a public way by X date. So if there's any like preference to that, you don't necessarily have to decide that right now, right this moment, but I can also propose a timeline.
That's what I would suggest.
Yeah.
You okay with that? And the timeline should include the open house time.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
Are you good with that?
I suspect so.
Okay.
Well, let me just dovetail. When do we imagine having an open house?
I would say if we are, let's say we're hoping to have all responses, let's say the end of the fiscal year.
Oh, gosh, no, really?
I mean,
What's
think
your
so?
reaction? That's too long or
That's
too
too
soon?
long.
Okay,
You think?
you think 2 months is too long?
I kind of, I guess my goal would be to have everything done before the school year is over. And people are not focused on anything but when is my vacation gonna be and and what summer camps are my kids gonna go to?
Yeah. My only concern is having enough time for us to follow up.
I get it,
Yeah.
I get it, but then we're gonna wait till the fall.
Truth to that.
What's that?
There is some truth to that, because people are gonna be taking vacations
Right.
and worried about 100 other things.
Well, when does the school year end? June 25th?
June something.
Yeah, I think June 25th is the last day of school.
So can we, if the select board votes to submit, to put out the RFI tomorrow, and the RFI can be an ongoing release.
Mhm.
we can start to release. Again, it's not an RFP, it's an RFI.
Yep.
So it's gonna be a quicker response time. The purpose of responding to an RFI is to get their names on our radar at some level.
Yep.
Right.
So I would give it, today's the 7th. I would give it till the end of, to Memorial Day meeting,
Okay.
or the first week in June. And then we schedule the open house, then everything works backwards. then-
See, Pete had wanted to offer the open house like before they submitted, so they could see the space.
Oh, okay, that's
So
fine.
that was why I suggested.
Yeah, that's
the
fine.
End of the fiscal year, but
That's fine.
happy to,
That's
So
fine.
Pete already suggested having an open house.
yes, it was his idea. Cause like if we want respondents to like see the space, see what the potential could be, like see if they were interested. And then submit the RFI, but we could switch the order.
No, I think that's great. I think that's a good idea. That's very smart. You know more than we do, obviously, about all this right now.
You know what, I honestly think part of this is a question for Garrett.
Okay,
Can we get this place cleaned up a little bit? Or when can it be cleaned up a little bit? Because there's much trash in there.
They did a great job with the outside. The outside looks a lot
I
better.
know.
Yeah,
So the question is, will you do the same thing for the inside, and what's the timeline that you can do that?
Okay.
Cause it's noticeable, you walk in and you're distracted by that stuff, and people aren't good at imagining space. I've done very well on the fact that other people aren't good at that. So it helps to take some of the clutter away.
what you're saying is we should treat this as a open house that you would have for your home if you're selling it.
kinda, yeah.
Well,
Yeah, Make
it
it
kinda
presentable.
is, yeah.
Couple areas, throw fill here and there, I think.
Well, no, the scent of cinnamon or chocolate chip cookies, I mean, that's part of the reason for,
right,
it is, it's true,
yeah. I
so.
do like the food truck concept, that Rich mentioned. I have one or two of them.
It, is this a question for the select board? Can we get money for an open house?
I think that'd be post RFI approval. I don't think it needs to
Okay.
be passed at the same
Yeah,
time,
Okay,
especially because if they're gonna vote on it tomorrow, I don't think we have time to really.
right, we don't have information for this.
Yeah, exactly.
okay.
So, but if you could put together that timeline,
Yep, I can do that.
and we can talk about that. I really worry about talking about a lot of stuff via email, because
I know, it's,
someone.
Yeah.
I don't worry about getting in trouble, I worry about someone saying, well, none of this is valid.
Yeah.
The decisions you're making aren't valid, so you can't do this.
Yeah.
What decisions have we made by email?
If we were to set a date for the open house. That should be done here as opposed to an email
Okay,
chain, that kind of thing.
okay.
could we agree that like all submissions, like deadline submissions would be June, and like June, I don't know, like June 15th,
Well, not.
June,
Yeah, June, whatever the last Friday
When
before.
the actual end of the fiscal year, and.
the end of fiscal year is June 30th.
Yeah, why not June 30th,
Okay.
and let's aim for an open house before that,
Before that, and what we could do,
mid-June.
yeah, what we could do, if you guys are comfortable with it, I am. Is we could give. We could vote to give Caroline the administrative authority to set the schedule based upon feedback that we individually give to her, and then she assesses that feedback on her own. If you're comfortable with that, just consensus so that we're not talking about it.
Yeah,
We've already
I'm
given-
totally comfortable with that.
Yeah,
That works for me.
so I would make a motion that the schedule of events, timelines for RFIs, and any other administrative actions are. Caroline has that ability to set that schedule, but that before she finalizes the schedule, she asks us for feedback individually, not in group response. And then if you don't get your, and this isn't part of the formal thing, but if I look at it and I say, well, Caroline clearly didn't look at my suggestions, that's my problem.
Okay,
We gave feedback and we're giving you that administrative authority. Are you okay with that, Rich?
I don't see why that would be a problem.
Yeah. Okay? That's my motion.
alright, does anyone second?
Does anyone object?
Yeah, does anyone object?
No one object. I don't object.
Okay,
Okay.
And we have somebody to blame some things on board.
true.
You just put a target on your head, kid, sorry about that.
That's alright.
Why'd you guys do it this way? Well, Carolyn, Derek, you know.
Well, hey, it's recorded. Everyone's hearing this.
Yeah. All right. Are we done then?
Carolyn needs to go. We need to set another date before you leave. Carolyn, what days do you work?
Tuesdays, Thursdays.
Okay. And I do want to hear, Jonathan, about the select board. Yeah,
It was, well, let's set the schedule.
okay. Judy reminded us
Tuesday the fifth or
starting at 10. It's better for her.
the select board will meet on the sixth of May, is that correct?
If they meet the 8th, then they
First-
meet the 22nd.
First
and
Wednesday.
the 6th.
they meet?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, let me. Yeah,
Let's say the fifth then. Cinco de Mayo.
that works for me.
not for me.
I'll bring the
Mine is
priorities.
10. Okay. I have a 9:30 appointment with my daughter.
On Tuesday the fifth.
Uh-huh.
Then we can do Thursday the seventh.
Or do we want to meet the week before in case we're doing something like asking the select board for a budget?
Like the 28th.
Yeah, which is town elections.
When the town elections are.
That
in April.
affects us.
Local elections, yeah. So for like library
We
trustees,
changed that from June, you want that to April?
well, town meeting is in June.
No, I know, but we used to have the elections in June as well, just in case there was an override vote. It's interesting. Okay. We changed.
Before
it.
my time.
Yeah, we had changed it at one point.
28th.
That works for me.
Let's make sure my schedule's syncing. See, why not?
Okay.
At 10?
Yep. All right, you all. Thank you all.
Great job.
Thank you. And I'll see you all. on the
Oh, April.
28th.
Bye-bye.
Bye, good to see you. Let me know if you need help turning off Zoom. Or
Okay.
anything like that. I'll
Thank
come
you.
back.
So the select board meeting was it was uneventful. You know,
Quick and easy.
it was very quick and easy. Steve, do
Yeah.
you wanna, I was sort of talking, so I didn't pay attention.
No, I thought it came and went without, I think the two things that I got from it, one is that they're very happy that we're doing something. And two, I heard that they're perfectly aware that an RFI is in the works and they're looking forward to getting it. That's the impression I got. And number three, that they were just really, really quite happy that Jonathan had taken the action to contact Senator Mark.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right, because they approved the language of what I had written.
Yeah.
Great.
Right, and as a result of that, that's where we got the request for putting some dollars next to line items.
Right.
It was very informal, but I like informal.
Oh, it's nicer.
So, and, you know, we just keep plugging away. If we don't make any mistakes, we're good.
Yeah. Okay, that's great, thank you. We just talked about this discussion of the RFI recipient list, adding phone numbers, preferably cells, to create the option for texting. I would like to break apart a little bit the kitchen related and the agriculture, because like caterers and food trucks are not necessarily the same questions as farmers doing
Probably
value
makes sense.
added.
And that might shorten it because some of those questions, and I'd have to go back and look at it, are more germane to one group as opposed to another group.
Right. And, we talked about adding more childcare contacts. Did we have any other thoughts about expanding this?
Well, we need to expand it to shared office space as well.
Was there any discussion about the concerns associating childcare with but kitchen where people come in and out, but I mean, I know the spaces would most likely be very separate. But was there any further discussion of that?
There was not, but I guess I had thought that that should be a conversation that is had with people who are more knowledgeable than we are about that. And if they say, you can't do that, well, and that's part of what we would learn in an RFI. Or just in one-on-one conversations.
Because it's the only thing I can think of that could, or, I mean, because I donated time in the school when the kids were little and I had to go through approvals as well, which is fine. But I don't know what the parameters of that when we put a childcare institute or care facility in the same building as something that people can freely come in and out of without being monitored. And the two things should work just fine together. Just that one legal parameter may be a concern.
Right, it might be, I would be surprised only because when parents pick up their children at school or at a daycare, they're not Cory checked. When vendors come in, they might be Cory checked, I'm not sure.
And we can, like I said,
You're right, so the people we talk with will know more than we do.
Okay. So, yeah, just going back over the agenda.
Steve, are you still there? No.
Since we're not seeing him, we're seeing us. Oh, okay, Jonathan. Is your thinking that we should form a no nonprofit sooner rather than later so that that is put in place when we're inviting people, so that's already in place when we're inviting people to join it? Or why were you thinking sooner rather than later?
I'm saying that it shows structure and it shows initiative. And the decision isn't made anytime soon, it could be 3 to 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
So if we apply now. Or as soon as we have our ducks in a row. Then it shows that the town is behind the mission and the purpose for the school, that there is. And that there will be a dedicated organization to operations. And there will be points of contact and all that kind of stuff, rather than and a quasi-formal voluntary committee that a town has put together. It gives a little bit more
Seriousness.
seriousness. That's my only thought.
Okay.
So what would the benefits be, if I can ask him, since you're familiar with them more so than I? I can think of a few, but I just don't know this system very well, being out there.
Again, structure.
Structure.
It's. And there are specific terms and people. You know, we're all members of this committee, and we're members of the committee until there's a direction. But a nonprofit will be ongoing communication with the people. You know, it
It carries on.
carries on afterwards. And they are legally bound to do what's in the best interest of whatever the mission of the nonprofit is. It's in the public good. And it would also vest one of the select board members into the process much more than they currently are, because I wouldn't do it without having the select, and if I were a select board member, I wouldn't allow the nonprofit to happen without one of the select board members being a board member. One vote, that's it. The town loses control, other than what's in the covenants. It just gives a seriousness and structure, and that's my thought. I'm not wed to it, I just think that,
And I think it's a good idea, actually, when we're talking about it.
but it's gonna cost us $500. And that will go to the select board for budget.
That's more, well, that's two things then that we're wanting to,
I mean, if we wanna do something serious with the center school building, it's gotta take some seriousness.
Out of curiosity, what the nonprofit organizes it. One of the things that we had, getting ahead of myself. One of the things that we had concern of is when we have work done on the place, when we're trying to revamp the building. And the costs associated with it because of prevailing wage in the town's ownership. Would a nonprofit circumvent that to some degree?
Don't think so, no.
put a nonprofit circle.
Circumvent the prevailing wage concern that causes the renovation to be so costly. And I was just, because I guess one of the things I was thinking about long before you mentioned that is whether we, or whether part of it, somebody within the town creates a business, buys, is given the building, creates a business, builds the building into something without having to concern ourselves with prevailing wage, and then gives it back to the town.
Well, there's been case study on that, you know, and it's known as getting around prevailing wage. I need to dig back into my memory banks and ask a couple people how we did it when the South County EMS building was created. Prevailing wage was not used in that.
Really?
Deerfield Academy essentially ran that development.
They're not profit, I think.
Deerfield Academy is correct, but it's in the best, it was done to benefit a town and a town and an entity that is sanctioned by the 3 towns was the only resident of that building. So I know I was nervous about that. I think council was brought in and it was okay. So I'll look into that. I'll ask people who have better memories than I do about how we did that. And because you could argue that if the town, if the nonprofit is going to, the problem is that they're using state funds That's the problem. Deerfield Academy didn't use any state funds
Uh,
to build that building. They used their endowment.
that would make a difference.
And if we're using transportation dollars, and that's gonna require,
Well, one question I have about prevailing wages. And it's not just prevailing wage, it's the whole RFP process. Is if we can break projects down into small enough pieces. There's a number,
$10,000,
what,
$10,000.
that's all it is?
That's all it
I
is.
thought it was higher.
I don't think so, but we could check.
Okay. I feel like I've heard higher numbers in,
For construction.
okay,
I mean, RFP bidding. You don't have to put it out to public bid under $10,000.
thought it was higher than that, so that's a question.
Right, but public bid is different than prevailing wage, obviously.
Right, I know, it's a different issue. My other question though is, can we do anything with volunteers? Can we cut some costs? Could we have a contest of who in 10 minutes can fill the most number of buckets of stairway rubble? We'll provide the buckets and the sledgehammer. I mean,
And the free food, of course.
yeah, and the free food, of course, exactly, but can we, not just because it saves costs, but it also invites community involvement, engagement. I mean, way back when, I was part of the crew that built the awning for the co-op in Northampton. You know, just all these beams pegged together, like, they made that a public event and early members were invited. I don't know who else was there, but it was sort of a cool community building thing, and you know, that's another insurance question, but I would love to generate some of that kind of involvement.
That's how things have been done in the past. I mean, 50 years ago. The playground at the elementary school. 40 years ago, whatever it was done by the Lions Club. When there was a Lions, I don't even think there was a Lions Club anymore. I wanna say that the police station that was done by Fair Street Associates, but before we turned it into the police station. There was some community involvement to do certain things. I don't remember what it was, but I'm sure I'm right about that. I just don't remember what.
When it was at youth center,
In the transition from a youth center to, yeah,
I remember the floor needed to be picked up. I think that's probably what some of the folks got involved in, just removing the floor.
yeah, because I remember Jim Ross was pretty involved with that. So, anyway,
The only, the question that I have is, as we're talking about this, I keep thinking about Elmer's store in Nashville. They're a nonprofit, the Friends of Elmer's. And they, when I was talking with, one of the members, last year, they were saying that they used volunteer help to get the porch done. Because they were, although it's still owned by the town or utilized by the town, that the nonprofit owns, I think they own the building. And that the town has access to the building as much as they need to. But the nonprofit was able to circumvent some of the, responsibilities. They brought a bunch of volunteers come in and did a bunch of work in the place. And they're gonna be redoing the apartments upstairs as well. But it sounded like something that almost looked like it would reflect pretty well with us. I'm trying to remember, I think I wrote something down on that I sent in. I did. I wrote a blurb about the, Elmer's, gave names of people, gotta see if I can find it on my computer. But it seems like the nonprofit system almost could work in our favor on top of what you're saying,
Certainly.
adding seriousness to the movement. We can utilize that to circumvent, certain responsibilities, but you're having folks come over and get involved if they want. The only concern I would have about people getting involved is the asbestos concern.
Is what?
The asbestos concern within the building. That's the only thing that I would be worried about when having the general public come into the building.
Yeah, I mean, asbestos removal, you have to be licensed to do that anyway.
Right, and that's why anything having,
Is there asbestos in the building for sure?
well, there's definitely some from what I understood, yeah. We talked about there's asbestos, there's lead on the windows. Lead paint in the building, so it does limit us to having people come in from. And it may end up causing, limit us to having folks come in from out, just to venture the place.
Well,
It may limit kitchen or childcare.
No, it doesn't, and what it just meant,
not if you
it
remove it.
depends on what you do with the building, depends on how much of a remediation you have to do.
Right.
If you have something like a childcare, you have to do expensive remediation, total remediation. If you had, offices in there, you can just paint over the lead instead of having to remove the lead.
Well, we wanna replace the windows anyway, don't we?
Well, you had talked with, I can't remember the woman's name that,
We
Uh,
met her.
right, she does windows and she gave us a price for doing all the original windows. And that would be a complete remediation of any of the lead on the sills and the windows themselves. I mean, I don't know if replacing the windows in their entirety would suffice the historical interest.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, but like taking all the putty and the glass out, she stripped them down, didn't she? I
Yeah,
can't
she put
remember
them in
her
an
name.
oven, softened everything up, did a lot of, from what I talked with her, they sound like they put a thorough job.
Yeah.
But it depends on what you're putting in the building, depends on how much remediation
Right.
you have to.
I know that cooking has some remediation that I could from.
Well, and but every building built before 1978 has lead
That's
paint.
true.
So, and the asbestos is, I think it's just on the pipings, maybe around the furnace, whatever, it's all stuff we would remove anyway.
Right.
So that is probably their grant,
Historical Society might do.
yeah, but
Or CBC,
CPC.
Community Preservation. They have historical elements to them.
we said the 28th, right?
What's that?
The next meeting.
20.
April 28th, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
Okay, good meeting.
yeah, thank you.
We're moving forward.
We are, we're doing it.
But we will have to, if we want to go the nonprofit route, we're gonna have to have some structure that we propose to in terms of rationale to the select board as to why we're doing this. They will have to pick a select board member. We'll have to decide who among or not among us wants to sit on that board. There's some thought put into in terms of terms and all that.
Jonathan, the original creation of a center school committee. One select board person wanted to tear it down, one wanted to give it away, and one wanted to rehab it. Do you know who was what?
What year was that?
Pre-COVID,
3 years ago.
Pre-COVID?
pre-COVID.
I can guess, I mean, pre-COVID, it was me, Fred Orlowski, and Joyce.
Joyce wanted to tear it down, didn't she?
I would have thought it would have been Fred that wanted to tear it down.
That would surprise me either.
I probably would have been in the camp that wanted to renovate it. Well, what were the term? What?
Tear it down.
Yeah.
She said she wanted to turn it into a park, which makes.
That would be
sense.
tearing it
She
down.
was the tear it down person. Fred sat on the committee, actually, he joined us. Tear it down, give it away,
I probably was in the give it away
okay,
camp,
or,
with covenants.
yeah. Or rehab, those were the three,
I was either one of those two.
okay,
I was one of those two. You know, Fred maybe, I don't remember, because I know at the time we were also dealing, and we continue to deal with the whole blue school stuff. And when you sell it for $1, it's still not, and that was how many years ago?
ages.
A very long, I was coaching baseball with a bunch of little kids. And then your son was involved with that.
Yeah.
That was 15 years ago.
Right before I moved here.
Okay, yeah. So. Yeah, I was either in the give it away camp or the renovated camp with covenants, but I know that the blue school thing was just. It's painful, it's still painful.
It's still painful.
Did we ever have, did Whately have the schoolyard as well? That was two separate lots, right? The school, the blue.
You mean the blue school? Yeah,
School, two separate, they give both to the,
yeah,
but that went to Frontier Regional.
yeah,
And then they sold it for them.
I think so. Well, yeah, because Frontier was using it as their administrative offices. Which were nice, they were actually nice offices, I thought, but people were complaining that there was fumes and. Maybe it wasn't like a, you know, when I would go in there, I was like, oh, you guys are spacious, you have a lot of space, and I like space, so.
Yeah.
People aren't cramped into cubicles and. So,
I like the building, it was nice.
but I haven't heard an update on when it's gonna get done. So,
Doesn't look like you're doing much of anything to it.
They've worked their way through a number of 2x4s they had delivered, and they did basement work or floor work. They had a like backhoe and were pulling out concrete and. But it's pretty slow.
I don't think the guy that. Took it over had the pockets that. He claimed to have.
Was it Aubert?
Yeah,
Do you think, I mean, is it still him?
I think it's still him.
Okay. So, yeah, I was not happy when. The RFP committee voted for him versus. The Easterners,
Wait, the what committee?
when they put the center school out for bid.
Yeah,
And I was put on the committee to review the bids. And there were two, one from Aubert and one from these architects in Eastern Mass. And there was some problem with, I wasn't getting emails. Or wasn't getting good notice, and there was a meeting to decide the outcome of the RFP when I couldn't be there, and they voted for Aubert. So,
I wouldn't vote for him for any,
well,
anything.
that's when
We are live, right?
I called
We
up.
shouldn't be, I don't quorum anymore.
So live.
Yeah, we're still recording. But yeah, well, this is real history, it's not secret. I called into the select board meeting from Florida, so it was March. And I begged for more time to work on this.